From WFRV TV, Local 5, serving Northeast Wisconsin, including Green Bay, Fox Cities, and the Lakeshore. This is Newsmaker Sunday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Newsmaker Sunday. I'm Tom Zalaski. Mentoring programs, they are one of the ways that community members can take a young person under their wing and be a positive role model. And this morning we are joined by two members of the Outagamie County Mentoring Program, Coordinator Kayla Yurnisek and volunteer Mike Day. To both of you, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Before we get into the nuts and bolts of your mentoring program, a little bit about each of you, your backgrounds, and how you came to be in your current position. Kayla, let me start with you.
Sure. So I'm originally from the Fox Cities. I grew up in Kaukauna. So after college, I came back to this area and I began working at Outagamie County as a crisis phone worker. I was there for a few years before becoming a social worker with the child welfare system. And also in Outagamie County. And then I started my role here as a mentor program coordinator for the past about 9 years. And I really enjoy my current role, as during my time on the crisis phones and in child welfare, I really got a good understanding of all the different struggles that go on in the community with different families, whether that's, addiction, poverty, relationship issues. And so I love that I'm working with a program now where we can provide some support and positivity to some young people who may be dealing with some challenging situations or maybe more in a preventative role of, boosting their confidence and their resilience.
A Fox Cities girl, college was where?
UW-Madison.
Madison,
Yeah.
a Wisconsin girl through and through.
Yes.
All right, Mike Day, your story, where are you from and how did you come to be where we are this morning?
I was originally born and raised in Appleton.
Okay.
Lived there my entire life. I had wanted to get involved with some kind of volunteer program and was watching the Post-Crescent on Sundays and noticed that the Outagamie County Mentoring Program had an ad in there quite regularly, and decided to check it out, and 14 years later, here we are.
So what is or was your profession?
At that point in time, I was a supervisor in a mill in Appleton.
Okay, and then you saw the newspaper and you said, this is my new venture, my new
Correct.
place to go in life. The mission of your mentoring program, what would you say it is?
Well, the Outagamie County Mentoring Program, what we do is we match kids in the community with caring adult role models. So our volunteer mentors spend time with the children on a regular basis doing fun and positive activities, really with the goal of boosting the children's self-esteem, giving them a chance to practice their social skills, but then most importantly, building that trusting and healthy relationship that the child can rely on for support.
And you've been in existence for how long now?
So I think most people are surprised to know that we've actually been around since 1976.
Really?
Yeah, so originally we were the Outagamie County PALS program, working with the younger kids in the child welfare system. And then in the 1990s, Outagamie County started a second mentoring program and called it the Outagamie County Mentoring Program for the teens in the youth justice system. So around 2009, those two programs merged, kept the Outagamie County Mentoring name, and we've been serving kids 6 through 17 ever since.
So how did this whole thing start? Who somewhere back in the 70s decided Outagamie County needed a mentoring program?
I wasn't there myself.
Right. No, I didn't think you would be.
But, I think we just see so many kids through that child welfare system that could just use a positive role model. Maybe their families don't even reach the level of needing child welfare services, but they could just use that caring adult in their life. And there's been so much research that says having that one caring adult can really help a child overcome childhood adversities. So that need is there, and I just imagine that people wanted to take advantage of these volunteers in the community and match them with mentors.
And any idea how many you're serving? How many pass through your doors in the course of a week, month, year, however you look at it?
I think in the past year, probably, if I had to guess, maybe about anywhere from 60 to 70 kids each year. Currently in our program, we have over 40 to 50 matches, but then we also have another 40 kids on the wait list, so there's definitely a need out there to serve some more kids.
All right, Mike, you're on the front lines of this as a mentor. Why do we need mentors? Why do these kids need mentors? What's missing in their life, or who's missing in their life? What hole and role are you filling?
What they're missing is a positive a positive role model, a positive person in their life, to try to point them in the right direction. My mentor, I help with homework, and my mentee, I should say, I'm the mentor.
Yeah.
I help with homework. I get them outside and enjoy the outdoors. They love the outdoors. Once you get them outdoors, get away from a screen and outdoors.
Sure.
So yeah, that's it's just somebody positive in their life to maybe praise them up when they do something right. My current match has 3 other brothers, so as far as getting time to himself or someone spending time with him is not there as much as it should be.
Sure. And Caleb, we understand there is a big need for men to be matched with boys.
Yes, there is. And just like what Mike was saying, just having that one-on-one attention is really what these children are craving. And so right now we have 40 kids on our waiting list, but those girls on our waiting list are getting matched much more quickly than the boys. Usually when we receive maybe 3 to 4 females applying to become mentors, we maybe get 1 male application. So the girls are being matched 3 to 4 times more quickly, and these boys are waiting several months, sometimes a year or 2, if we are able to find them a mentor. So we definitely have a need for male mentors.
Got a waiting list. We are talking mentorship, and we have much more to come, so please stay with us. We are back now discussing the importance of mentoring in the Outagamie County area, their mentoring program. The process, how is a mentor matched up with a child, be it a boy or a girl?
So after a mentor completes the application process, and we do the background checks and references and all of that, then they come and sit down and talk to us about some of the kids on our waiting list. And so we consider things like common interests. We want them to have a good foundation to start with and to build off of. And then we, gender, location, age range, and the child's needs, those are all considered. But really, the mentor has a huge say in who they are matched with and who they think that they are most suitable for. And once we've selected someone, we have them join us and we introduce the mentor to the family and the child. We set some goals for the match, and then they schedule their time together, and they're kind of on their way on their own, but we're still available throughout the entire process in case they need any support or run into any challenges.
Now Kayla mentioned background check. Mike, you're a mentor. You went through the background check.
Correct.
What kind of process was that?
Filling out a form or a couple forms. I guess the rest of it is on the coordinators for the mentoring program.
Yeah, so it's been a while. Mike, we've been lucky to have him for 14 years, so it's been a while since he's done the application process, but we have some references we check as well, and then we do an interview with all of the mentors at their home, and then just kind of your standard caregiver background checks.
So I take it you found nothing nefarious in Mike's background.
No.
He was okay.
And we continue to do them every 4 years, and he passes with flying colors.
Do people or families come to you? How do they reach the point where they say to themselves, we need a mentor?
Yeah, so that's one of the things that's really unique about our program specifically is that all of the referrals come from county social workers. So they are referred to our program. However, it's still a completely voluntary program. So the parent has to be on board with it as well, obviously, or their child's not going to be in the program, and the child has to be on board. And that's one of the things that I think is so great about mentoring is we have this wait list of kids who are saying, I want a mentor, I want a positive role model in my life. So as a community, I love it when we can step up to the plate and give them someone great to look up to.
You say the parent has to be on board.
Yes.
All right, not to be negative here, but is there ever a situation where one parent is on board and another is not?
I don't see that too often. Maybe sometimes they're hesitant in the beginning, but once they meet the mentor, we're introducing the parents to the mentor just as we're introducing the child to the mentor. So they can ask their questions, they can get to know them, and then their comfort level grows. And once they see that it's not someone trying to replace the parent, it's not someone trying to step in that parental role, it's just another caring adult, then they're usually pretty on board with it.
Tell me about your couples matches and your family style matches. What are those?
Yeah, so most of our matches are one-on-one, just kind of what you think of as that traditional mentor-mentee relationship. But we also have some couples that like to mentor together. So they may be mentoring one child together or maybe 2 siblings together. And then we also have families where the couple has children of their own and they have room and space to include another child, and mentor them. And so they're including them on family activities, whether it's, kind of sledding or family dinners, and those can be really great matches because now the child's not only getting this positive role model, but they're also seeing some really healthy family dynamics, and that can be really beneficial.
Mike, what does the kid get out of this? Is it guidance? Is it support? Is it fun? Is it a distraction from your perspective?
I guess a little bit of everything you said except the last one. I don't think it's ever a distraction for them. And like I said before, we do a lot of, I'm a big fan of the state park system. So buy a sticker for, $15.
Right.
And you can go in any state park in the state. So we go there a lot. And like I said before, I help them with homework. So I would hope that they get satisfaction of some kind. Maybe a little education.
You mentioned the state parks. What else do you do as a mentor with your mentee? Where do you go? What do you do?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Movies. Like I said, the parks. My current mentee, he's fine with just a regular park, a city park. Go to a city park and let him loose, and he's happy. He's very happy. But there's a really cool website out there called Go Valley Kids. They have a ton of stuff on that site to do. A lot of it's free, and free is important.
Sure.
So yeah, and the program sets up a lot of like 4 or 5 events throughout the year, and then from ice skating to Badger Sports Park, stuff like that.
Not to make you brag about yourselves, but do you ever say to each other, where would this kid be without us?
So, as a program coordinator, I work with another program coordinator, and the two of us, we think that, frequently, because we see these amazing volunteers like Mike who, spend time with these kids, and we just think, oh, how wonderful that they're donating their time, and this kid is really flourishing, and we see it at those group outings that Mike was mentioning, how much they just enjoy spending time with this caring adult, and so, yeah, it's really great to see.
Back with more on mentoring. Stay with us. Back now with the Outagamie County Mentoring Program. Mike, you were honored recently by the Milwaukee Bucks, and you were Mentor of the Month. Who nominated you, and what was that day like in Milwaukee?
I believe the person sitting next to me nominated me.
You. Kayla did that. Okay.
Yes, and that was a fantastic time. They were awesome down there. They took care of us.
There you are. Who is it? Who's in the middle? Who's the player?
Bobby Portis.
Okay.
Yeah, it was quite the experience.
So it wasn't just the Bucks patting you on the back. You really got right down there on the court.
Those weren't courtside seats for the game, though, unfortunately. We were up in the stands a little bit. But
well, after being on the court with the players, you didn't need courtside. You had seen had seen everything.
Yeah, that was an amazing experience.
What do you personally get out of this? I mean, you said you saw the Appleton Post Crescent and you applied all those years ago. And now all these years later, what are you getting out of this? Why are you doing it?
I believe for the personal satisfaction it gives me to think I'm making some kind of a difference in these kids' lives. What happens after we part ways, hopefully that what they learned while we were together has some kind of a basis in their decision of how they proceed with their life.
Any surprises along the way? Anything that you would happen and you did not expect to happen? It wasn't in the plan?
There probably were a couple. I probably won't discuss them.
Okay. In other words, kids being kids.
Correct.
Correct. And you had to deal with a kid being a kid, which is sometimes not all that pleasant.
Correct.
How long can a mentor-mentee relationship last?
Well, it can really last a lifetime,
Yep.
and we've seen that before. We ask our mentors to commit to 6 months of mentoring because we find it takes that amount of time just to make an impact. But we've definitely had matches continue for years and years, and really a lot of them even continue to remain lifelong friends after they exit the program.
Mike, you've been doing this for so long. Is it tough to let a kid go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was mentoring 2 brothers, and they ended up moving to Milwaukee. I just got the younger one signed up for Pop Warner football, and 2 weeks into practice, they decided to move to Milwaukee. And when I said my goodbyes, I just lost it. I just lost it. And I had been mentoring them for about 3 years. So, and the younger one goes, "Don't worry, Mike. I'll call you once a week." Never heard from him after he left.
You said you never heard from them, but do any of the kids who you have ever mentored, or Kayla, who you've heard of, have any of them ever come back to say, "Hey, look at me"?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've definitely heard stories from mentors that they either continue to stay in touch as they're adults. I mean, we've had some matches that they remain close throughout their whole life. But then we've have others where, and I think maybe Mike's even experienced this, where maybe it's just like a message, like, years later, like, "Hey, like, I still remember you," or, something like that. So there still was an impact there, even if they're not super close. But we have had matches that they're friends as adults, so it's really cool to see.
Oh, that's great. We are back to wrap up right after this, so please stay right there. And welcome back. We're talking about mentors in Outagamie County. Simply, how do you become a mentor? How do you apply? What's the process?
So I think the best first step is just to reach out to us. You can email us at hhsmentors@outagamie.org, or give us a call, even if you're just on the fence and have some questions or want to chat about it. Our number is 920-832-5961. Otherwise, our Facebook page is a really good starting point. It has all of our contact information, and kind of just following us for later is always a great thing too.
All right, there are some people out there who are like Mike when he first started. Yeah, I'd like to mentor, but boy, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I'm qualified. What do you say to those people?
You don't need, prior experience with kids. You don't need prior experience with mentoring. We will give you all the training support that you need. And, one of the misconceptions, too, is that a lot of people are wondering, what am I going to do with this child? And it can be as simple as go to the grocery store, grab some ingredients, and make dinner. So it's not as complicated as people think, and we're there to support you the whole time.
And from the time you sign up, and let's see in Mike's case, from the time you called Kayla or whoever it was at that time, until the time that you got your first mentee, how long of a period was that? I mean, is it quick? Is it months?
Oh, it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. Maybe a month or 2, maybe.
Really? So it's a quick screening process that you go through?
Yeah. So it really, it depends on if you've got an out-of-state background check. It might take a little longer, but otherwise we can do maybe 2 to 3 weeks. We can have you at least getting interviewed and kind of starting that process of picking a mentee. And so, yeah, as long as we can get through that background check and the references, then we're good to go.
We were talking earlier about the process and the commitment, the time commitment. Mike, for your mentee, how much of your week is devoted to your child?
It can be anywhere. It can be anywhere. It depends what you're planning to do. And sometimes I'll take them for the full day on a Saturday or a Sunday. Sometimes I pick him up after school and we go back to my house and he does his homework because he's got to do his homework before he gets any screen time.
Sure.
So, it varies. It depends what's going on. We've gone to sporting events at the Herd in Oshkosh. So it all depends on what you're going to do that week.
Can you give me an idea? I know it's been 14 years. Can you give me some idea of the shortest time you have had a mentee and the longest time you've been with a child?
Oh boy. The first match was 6 years.
6 years with the same child. How old when the child started with you? Young, very young?
Yeah, like 8, 9.
All the way up to his teenage years, you were with him. You were like a dad.
In that case, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever feel that way when you're with your kids as you get each one?
No, because I know where the line is. I don't want to give them the false hope that I am his dad.
Yeah.
I'm a friend. I'm your mentor. I'm trying to point you in the right direction.
Okay, Kayla, when does this mentorship end? When do you know I've done my job? This is as far as I can take this kid. Time for us to go. Who makes that call?
I mean, obviously it's a voluntary program, so if the mentor decides they're done mentoring or if the kid decides they're done, then it's done. But as long as they're both enjoying their time together and they're still willing to meet, I still see that as really beneficial in having that time with a role model. So the matches then continue.
Okay, in the short time we have left, what do we have coming up? Any recruitment events that we ought to know about?
So we don't have anything on the calendar right now, but next month is January, which is National Mentoring Month. So if you're interested in learning more, I would suggest following our Facebook page because any events would be posted there.
Okay, and again, how can they best contact you?
Yeah, email, phone would be great, even if you've just got some questions or if you want an application. Otherwise, we are on the main Outagamie County website and we have our Facebook page for the mentoring program.
And you, Kayla, what's in this for you?
I just enjoy helping kids. I love to see them succeed, and it's great to see these amazing volunteers get connected with a kid who really needs them. And so I just like being that bridge that can help make it possible.
Yeah. Kayla, Mike, thank you both so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. And if you have a newsmaker in your town who you think we ought to have on this program, let us know about it. Send us an email to tips@wearegreenbay.com, or you can message us on Facebook. And be sure to join us once again Sunday morning at 7. Until then, have a great day.